Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Dave Builds It. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to organize your garage with the addition of do-it-yourself shelves. This garage is a freaking mess. I have boxes. I mean, I haven't even opened the joiner and the planer yet. I don't have a place to put them. Now the shelves, they help out with that. That's coming soon. But man, it's just a mess. I obviously need to start working out again. Gut I have. So we're just tying in these support studs into the existing wall. These will help support the bottom shelf. And I'm using lag bolts for these. The horizontal shelf support, well, speaks for itself, but using lag bolts to tie these into studs in the wall. These pieces were completely useless other than helping me to level out the top shelf. I ended up taking them down after I got the top shelf support piece in. I could have used them. I mean, I could have cut the plywood out around the 2x4 braces, but just more work and I didn't really want to do it that way. But they did help me keep everything level for the top shelf. So now we're just doing the outer bracket. The horizontal pieces actually connect to the existing pieces. We don't want to use lag bolts for that because we want to remove it, and you'll see why in a few minutes. But we're going to use just regular wood screws, just to make it easy to pull it out. See, the boards I cut by mistake are coming in handy again. Surprised I haven't dropped anything yet. So these are the outer. So these are just the outer uprights for the shelf. I will attach these into the studs, and they will be lag bolts, but they will only be 3-inch lag bolts. I don't want them to pierce all the way into the studs that are attached to the wall. Oh, and this is the first time I got to use the Harbor Freight miter saw, and it was pretty fantastic for 120 bucks. Highly recommend getting one if you don't have one. So here we're just attaching these. Oh, look, my wife. Never miss an opportunity to get this. What was I saying? Whoops. So here I'm just using 3-inch lag bolts to attach the outer upright supports to the inner shelf supports. I'm sorry, to the outer shelf supports. Yeah. You'll see what I mean in a minute. The main thing here is you just don't want those lag bolts to go all the way through into the 2x4s that you have attached to the wall. And you're going to see why in just a second. And this is why. This is my outer shelf support. We just rinse and repeat here for the other side. What are you doing? Hey. I never miss an opportunity to bully my teenager. Why not? These are the cross members that will support the shelf. They're going to be 20.5 inches in length When you add 1.75 inches for the width of the outer 2x4 and the inner 2x4, you come up with 24 inches, and that is the shelf surface. And using joist hangers here, you end up being a huge mistake. Whenever I would try to connect the cross members, when I toe nailed them in, it kind of pushed them out a little bit, and I just couldn't seem to really get a good tight fit. So after I did about half of them, I ended up pulling them all off and using pocket holes. Much more secure and a lot easier. If you don't have a pocket hole jig, there's a lot of them out there. I have a Craig, and I'll link it in the description below. So now we're just bringing the second half in and attaching those supports, and you can kind of see what are you looking at? You can kind of see how everything's taking shape. All right, guys, this is day 4 of this build, and it's not because it took 4 days to do it, because this is probably a good Saturday project. It's just between the rain over the weekend, between other responsibilities over the weekend in the form of honeydews, work. I have a full-time job that really is like a full-time job and a half. 2 jobs, it's like 2 full-time jobs. This is just my fun hobby, right? So I really haven't had a whole lot of time to dedicate to this. You can't do a YouTube video without using a pocket hole jig, so let's get to it. This also gives me an opportunity to use the Pegasus Works table for the first time. Pretty easy setup. There's plenty of. This is a great table. For $100, I mean, you just can't beat it. I know there's some other great tables out there too, so I'm not putting those down. But this is really versatile. I really like it, and I used it a lot since this video. So if you like it, I'll put a link down in the comments, and you can get one for yourself. Oops. What did I flip it over for? What you can see what I'm trying to do here is get everything level with the clamp, but I didn't even get the clamp on correctly. Close enough. But you know, the one thing about this video is you can actually see how the pocket holes draw the boards in together, and really gives it a good secure fit. That with glue, I think this thing would hold a ton of weight, probably a lot more than I anticipated or planned for it to use. And also, always make sure you square things up. And level them. That's Craig tracking tool for my saw. I can't think of the name of it. I'll find it and put a link down in the comments. It was a great tool. It really helped me make straight cuts on plywood because I usually suck at it. This thing is awesome. See, he totally agrees. Where are my safety glasses at? Safety glasses are very important. Don't forget them. Don't forget them. After I cut all my boards without them. You know, I cut those in 2x4 sheets just to make it easier to mount. And then it was just screwing them in. Oh, hello, look at that. As you can see, this did not work out very well. I did load test it though. God, I'm getting fat. So now that the shelves are finally finished, we can get this garage cleaned up and get everything organized. So let's get started. I'm so stupid. See, that has wheels. Yeah. So to be honest, I really don't have the organization part down yet, but I do have the shelves. Let's take a look at them. Really what I found out in the process of building these is that I needed to make some accommodations for a few other items to really get the garage organized like I wanted. So I went back and kind of drew out a plan, this kind of action, I guess, plan of action, or kind of laid out the steps I need to get to the ultimate goal. And the shelves were a big part of it, but I can't really utilize the shelves as I wanted yet. If you were wondering in the video, I don't have a bottom shelf, and the reason is I want to be able to store my rolling benches up underneath some of these work areas. Some of these benches are going to have flip tops to accommodate the tools I have. You can see here where I cut this piece out to accommodate the attic. I'd always planned to do it, so that really wasn't a mistake. Hard to do when you're holding the camera. So that's how I tailored it to my needs. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is a really easy shelf build. Anybody pretty much with really simple basic tools could knock this out on a Saturday, if not maybe half a Saturday. I know I took longer, but that's just because I'm an idiot. If you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. If you like this video and want to see more content, please like, share, and subscribe. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.